Hey, good morning, or actually it's around noon. YouTuber friends and family, this is RV Debs, and I'm making breakfast. And I'm having fresh asparagus. Those are from our garden. They're beautiful. Some sausage and some mushrooms. I'm going to put eggs in there and put it on a little tortilla, which I got, and it's actually low carb. Let me show you. Low carb, 4 carbs per flour tortilla. So that's what I'm going to have with it. And today's Saturday, which is of course family night, but we're having it at Cynthia's and Danny's. Cynthia's birthday. We're having hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill. And I made her a beautiful necklace, a beaded necklace with a cross. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. Hello, YouTubers and friends. I am on my way to Haskell to get my nails done. I know everyone thinks, oh, you get your nails done? Yeah, I do. Once a month, and this is it. I'm sort of sick of the color. So I'm going to get it done. I'm a little late because I couldn't find my keys. I just hate when I can't find my keys. So Kathy has a set of keys to my car. So I was like looking all over my house for it. And, normally I don't have too much trouble. I put them in the same place. They weren't there. And I went into Kat's and said, can I have your set because I can't find my keys? I was all in a fret. She said, I'll find your keys. And she went. She comes back in a minute with my keys. They were hooked to my red basket, the one that you take groceries to the house in. I had hooked them. Never fails. She always finds everything that I can. I just took a shower. My hair is still damp. I don't know. I think that I'd had plenty of time. I made something to eat because I hadn't had breakfast. And I looked, and there, my appointment's at 1:30, and just before I knew it, it was 1 o'clock. Anyway, today I thought I'd do a little bit of storytelling about my life and about different things that I've been asked about. One of the things I was asked was how I got my dogs and the story behind it, Rosie and Lily. So, I used to have a little dog named Bowie. He was a Yorkshire Terrier, a real sweet little boy dog. And when he was about 12 years old, I was with my husband, Mark, and we thought, let's get a little playmate for him so that maybe that can keep him young longer. So at that point, money wasn't too much of a problem between him and I, so we went to a place called the Puppy and Kitten Store. And we found Rosie. She was just this little cute, adorable puppy. And if I had to do it all over, well, I still would get Rosie, of course, but I wouldn't go to one of those stores ever again to buy a dog, because I just learned that most of those poor little puppies come from puppy mills. And Rosie is a designer dog. That's what they called her, a designer dog. And she's like half Bichon Shih Tzu, half Bichon Frise, half Shih Tzu. And she's beautiful, and I love her, so that's how I got her. And Bowie, my little Yorkie, lived until he was 16, and then he passed away. So we had Rosie, and the way I got Lily, Kathy and I were doing a huge arts and craft fair, really an art fair, in near Atlanta in Stone Mountain, Georgia, called the Yellow Daisy. And we'd go every year there, and it was the biggest money we made of the year as far as shows go. And one of the weekends, it was a 4-day show, and this lady came by, and she had a buggy, and in the buggy I could tell there were dogs. So of course I am a major animal lover, doggy and kittens and all that. So I went out in front and looked in her little basket, and there was a dog, a dog named, I forget her name, but she looked like Lily. I can't talk. She looked just like Lily, a long-haired Chihuahua. There were 2 Chihuahuas in there. She was pregnant, and I thought, what a darling little dog. I said to the lady, if you ever when she has her babies, if you want to find her a good home, I would love to be her mom. I would love to take care of her. And the lady went over to the booth and got my business card. And she was really a nice lady. She had a real southern twang, Georgia. Her name was Nani. And it's kind of funny because I call Kathy Nana, and she calls me Nana. Hana and Nana. We did this. That's another story. But anyway, so Nani took my card, and that was, I think, September, like Labor Day weekend show. I didn't think about it anymore. And it was around, I'm trying to think what it was, near Christmas, December. I got a phone call from this lady, Nani, and she said, the puppies were born on Halloween, and I've got 5 of them. If you'd like to have one, I'll send you their pictures. You can pick one out. Well, first of all, they were born on my birthday. That was an omen right there. I was like, oh my God, Mark, they're born on my birthday. And she sent me 5 little faces. They were just tiny babies. I think they were about 6 weeks, 5, 6 weeks old when she sent me them. And we looked at all the pictures several times, and we picked out Lily. She was so cute. Wait a minute, someone's passing me, and I'm going 70. Bye. Yeah, so we picked out Lily. And this lady, Nani, had named all her puppies. And the one that we picked she named her Queenie. I know now why she called her Queenie. But anyway, so a couple weeks passed. She was 8 weeks old. And I think it was right before Christmas. I think December 23rd, if I remember correctly. Mark drove me to the Stone Mountain, Georgia area where this lady lived. We took a hotel room, and the lady and her husband came over to the house, to our motel room, with Lily, just this tiny little thing in a green blanket. She wouldn't even let me have her at first. She was kissing her and kind of almost crying to say goodbye to her baby. I could just tell that this woman loved her dogs and that it came from a really, really good home. And she finally let me have her. And that's the story. Now, we had Rosie in the hotel with us, and Rosie did not like her at all. She did not want to go near her. And that night, Lily slept on her little green blanket near me, right on bed, and Rosie slept on the floor in the corner of the room, pouting all night long. And in the morning, we got back in his truck. This was the truck we had. We got back in the truck, and I held Lily the whole way on my chest. She was just, I think she was like maybe a pound and a couple ounces, tiny. Rosie had nothing to do with her, absolutely nothing. Wouldn't even look at her. But we got her home. And of course you can't help but love on her. She's so cute and little and what a baby. And we tried to give Rosie attention, but she'd get attention, but she would go sit on my bed in the bedroom all day. She didn't want anything to do with her new little sister. It took Rosie 6 weeks. 6 weeks. And out of the clear blue one day, she was sniffing on Lily, and they became friends. And that's the story of how I got Rosie and Lily. Now Rosie and Lily are very close, although Rosie still does not like other pets. She tolerates her sister Lily. She's not thrilled. But whenever Lily is taken, like when I remember the groomer coming and taking Lily, Rosie was a mess. She was a nervous wreck. Like, where's her sister? Same thing with Lily. Lily loves Rosie very much. And she wishes she would let her cuddle. They don't really cuddle together much. And that's the story of Rosie and Lily. So I hope that was an enjoyable little story for you guys. And that is it for now. I'm going to turn off the video and talk to you guys later. Okay, I'll show you my nails. And this is like it's got a little bit of glitter in there too. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. It's pretty. I wanted to tell you guys about today. It's a very special day. Not in a really great way, but, and I think I've told this before, maybe last year, probably last year, April 8th. I probably will tell it every April 8th. My sister, she passed away at 27 years old. And she died on April 8th. That in itself is a story, but I'm going to keep that right now to myself. But it was a tragedy. And it really, really was the worst thing that could ever happen to our family and my parents, for sure. Just, I don't think my mother was ever the same after that. And then years later, in 1997, my dad had a stroke, a very bad stroke. And he had that stroke, I think it was like the 27th or something of March. Maybe even earlier than that. And we were doing the Renaissance Fair, me and Kat, in Florida at the time. And it was right by our house, the Largo Renaissance Fair. And I got a terrible phone call that morning. And it was a paramedic saying my dad had a stroke. So of course, you know, I went there. And anyway, I told Kat, I said, oh my God, Kat, he's going to pass away April 8th. She's like, no, come on, don't be silly. It's not going to happen. It did happen. He passed away April 8th. So you can, I'm sure you understand why April 8th is a very heavy day for me. So my sister and my dad died on April 8th. My mother died on March 29th. Almost April 8th. That would have really done me in if that had happened. So April 8th is lousy, you know, I mean, it's a terrible memory, both of them. But it passes. And May's not much better for me, actually. It's even worse because May 6th is when my husband passed away. April and May. Usually it's such a beautiful time of year, you know, but boy, can that put a damper on life. Just thought I'd let you guys in on my my life when it comes to that tragedy of losing both father and sister on the same day, years apart.